So reports that Russia's withdrawing from Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city. How significant is that?
Well, I think it's incredibly significant. When I first heard these reports, I found it hard to believe because Kharkiv, the center of Kharkiv, is 50 kilometers from the Russian border, and the outlying villages from which the Russians are reported to be withdrawing are as little as 31 kilometers. So if the Russians can't supply their military offensive over 30, 50 kilometers, then it doesn't say much for the Russians. The other thing is that, of course, the Ukrainian resistance, the courage and military skill of the Ukrainians has taken everybody by surprise, including not least the Russians. A third factor, of course, has been Western military kit, particularly anti-tank and anti-aircraft weapons, which has even negated the one thing that the Russians would have expected to enjoy, which is air superiority. Also, of course, Ukraine has been getting intelligence. There can be no doubt about this from the United States, which has been extraordinarily accurate. And that appears to have been including the ability to target Russian generals. The latest count, I believe, is 12 general officers from Major General up to Colonel General who've been killed, which is an extraordinary tally of your top-ranking officers.
So you touched on this somewhat, but how much of a setback will what's going on in Kharkiv represent for Russia's wider campaign? Are we seeing some kind of tipping point here?
Well, Kharkiv and the Russian attack on Kharkiv, which is in the north of Ukraine, was one pincer of a pincer movement. The other one was from the area of Mariupol in the south. And the Russian aim, very simply, as Clausewitz said, everything in war is simple, but the simplest thing is very difficult. The Russian aim was to cut off the very competent Ukrainian troops who are engaged on that line of contact against the Russians in the east of Ukraine, in Donetsk and Luhansk. And besides recapturing or capturing or securing one of Ukraine's second largest city, which is incredibly important in itself, that's also knocked out one of the prongs of that pincer movement designed to cut off the best and most forward of the Ukrainian army. So in military terms, it is incredibly significant, yes.
Okay, Chris Bellamy, thanks very much indeed for giving us your thoughts today.